Whoa, it's DA. We're here. Got a bunch of stuff to talk about here. It's DA Wrestling, folks. Let's get going. On today's show, obviously, we're talking the Jey Uso stuff. We're going to talk Elimination Chamber, qualifiers, that is, anything there. We're talking Charlotte Flair and who she's going to possibly challenge. We're going to talk KO and the Sami Zayn situation. Yeah, we're going to talk about that one for sure. And we're going to talk a little bit about NXT there too, and what we think was going on with Zarya, as well as Stephanie Vaquer, because I just love Stephanie Vaquer. Anyway, guys, if you're liking the content here, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below here. It should pop on this side here, like so. Now let's get to it. And we thank you for everything, by the way. So let's get to it. Anyway, obviously we know the Royal Rumble is coming past. Jey Uso won the men's Royal Rumble. And let me ask you this. So, what is it with some people who are very upset with Jey Uso winning the Rumble? Look, I understand that, people want to see John Cena win it, or, I chose Punk to win it. I was shocked by Jey Uso winning it, right? And that's fine. But to me, it's also great because it wasn't predictable. Like, why do you want it to be predictable sometimes? Like, seriously, do we need to have it predictable all the time? John didn't need to win. John knows it, right? John already said he's qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. He's already decided he threw his name in there, too. He's already in it. So, I think it's a possibility that John's going to win it. But we'll get to the Elimination Chamber stuff in a bit. But Jey Uso comes out on Raw. He's all teared up. He's so proud of the fact that he won, and he made himself proud and happy. And it's great for him. It really is. Of course, Gunther came out there. Newsflash, folks. That's probably going to be his opponent for WrestleMania. Fine. This time around, Jey Uso is probably going to win the world title at WrestleMania, defeating Gunther. Because let's be honest here. Gunther's reign has not exactly been spectacular as far as the world title goes. Now, obviously, it's hard to compare the IC title reign that he had with the WWE title reign. The IC title reign was much different. This one here, is though it's been good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's crap by any means. But what I'm saying is, though, it is not as... I wouldn't say... I'd say his IC title reign right now has been much better than his world title reign. Simple as that. Okay? Also, Jey did say, though, to all right, he's going to go to SmackDown and take a look and maybe see what he has to say to Cody. Look, we all know Cody's not facing Jey Uso. If anybody thinks that's going to happen, you're sadly mistaken. Although, it wouldn't be a bad curveball. It really wouldn't. Really wouldn't be that bad of a curveball in the slightest. I would actually, I might even go on a limb and say maybe I'll even prefer that over Gunther. Why? Why not? Simple as that. Come on. You know you want it. You'd rather see Jey Uso face Cody and beat Cody, right? And maybe he'll just do the good old-fashioned hand the title over to Roman. That's not going to happen. Well, it even makes me laugh about that. But obviously, he's going to weigh out his options there. Chances are he is going to be facing Gunther at WrestleMania. He's going to win. In my opinion, he's going to win. I'd be shocked if he didn't win. Which means maybe they see more Gunther than I'm letting on right now. But Anyway, let's talk about the other Royal winner, Charlotte. Now, I said on the review for the Royal Rumble, which probably should pop up right there, that even though I like Charlotte, I miss Charlotte, I don't think she needed to win the Rumble. I'm standing by that. Okay? I feel like he could give it to Io Sky and any of those things. Now, that being said, we'll get to the Elimination Chamber stuff too. So, obviously, Charlotte won. She came out and she was trying to embrace the whole face, the good guy role. The I'm a good girl, we're good. Boy, people were booing her. Did it help that Rhea Ripley came out after too and just really put the one side there? So honestly, Charlotte's gonna embrace the whole heel stuff, which is good because Charlotte's a better heel than a face. Let's be honest. Plus, the gimmick she's kind of shown in her previews was coming back was more or less a heel thing, very Ric Flairish. So Charlotte ends up like saying, "Oh, I might challenge you." Rhea really wants Charlotte to challenge her so she can beat her again. You know, go through round three. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see it. I don't. I find it to me it's already been done. It's what it is. It's been done twice. If you want to do it next year, great. Fine. But I'd rather see Charlotte. Well, I'd rather see Rhea Ripley face somebody else. I don't want to see Rhea Ripley face Charlotte. But Charlotte's on NXT tonight. Okay? And she kind of interrupted, teased the fact she might challenge Julia at WrestleMania for the title. As much as that would be a great thing for Julia, and how phenomenal that'd probably be great for her, you don't need her to lose to Charlotte Flair. You went down this road already. Wasn't very good. So, let's know that. Now, she's going to go on SmackDown, and chances are we're getting her versus Stratton. And I said on the Royal Rumble recap there too that I'd rather see Stratton go over. Charlotte doesn't need to go over. She doesn't. She has no problem putting people over. Put Stratton over. It would make Stratton more sense for Stratton to win it. If you want to put the title on Charlotte Flair somewhere down the line, maybe in the rematch, cool. But at Mania, in my opinion, it should be Stratton that beats Charlotte. Simple as that. Right? Comment down below if you think I'm crazy, but sure. Right? Stratton defeating Charlotte would make the most sense. Not Charlotte beating Stratton. To me, that's just going to kill anything you have with Stratton. Right? Now, Doug might disagree with me. He's not here tonight. But, in my opinion, better off if Stratton goes over Charlotte Flair, beats Charlotte Flair, right? And puts herself as the new queen of WWE. Because let's be honest here. Charlotte doesn't really need it. She doesn't. And other Charlotte news, though, too, apparently came out today that she's been divorced from Andrade. Don't know why. Don't care. If she wasn't happy, or he wasn't happy, or something happened, understandable. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Hopefully she's good. Which means, boys, she's back on the market. That chance of mine might happen now. We'll see. Now, KO and Sami Zayn. Look, I'm not saying that I don't love KO and Sami Zayn having a match against each other. No, because at the end of Raw this week, after Sami lost to Punk, right? KO came out and packaged pile driver Sami Zayn. Took him right out. After his best friend there, Sami Zayn, was at his side after the whole loss to Cody. That's pretty messed up. But to be honest with you, we've seen Sami and KO a few times. Actually, it's been a lot over the years. Okay? They're going to put on a good match no matter what. But we saw the match, and I believe in 2021 at WrestleMania. At that WrestleMania, I think Logan Paul got stunned that night by Kevin Owens. Okay, you know what? Hey, cool. But we want to do it again. I mean, it's been a couple years, but in my opinion, I don't think we need to see it. I'd rather have Sami go after somebody else, like say a Logan Paul. But no, we're probably get KO versus Sami Zayn. Um, and I know there's so much story to go through on this one too. I get it. It's not what I just, in my opinion, don't need to see it. I've already seen it a couple times, number of times. I just went back and watched Rivals, NXT Rivals recently with the KO on his first NXT title. He won his NXT title and beat Sami Zayn to a pulp. Unless this is to get Sami Zayn his win back, which I could probably see is going to happen, then fine. Fine. We'll do it that way. That's what y'all want to do. Fine. Let's talk Elimination Chamber. Qualifiers on Raw this week. You had Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Now, Liv Morgan won the match after Rhea Ripley basically got involved. Okay. Now, Io Sky lost. I mean, she didn't qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Now, obviously, they might have that last chance Elimination Chamber thing. Or they're going to do Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan and a triple threat with Io Sky. But I'm telling you now, I don't think we need to do Liv Morgan versus just Rhea. Because then you're just replaying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's annoying. We don't need it. We need to have Io Sky versus Rhea or Jordan Grace versus Rhea or anyone else. Hell, do Bianca versus Rhea. Simple as that. Anybody else other than Liv Morgan. Please, for the love of God, everything that is holy. That is what you want to do. Any of those three options I just gave you. If you're listening to WWE, you're listening to this, any one of those three, don't need to Liv. We've done Liv enough, right? We've beaten that to a bloody pulp. We just have. All right. Men's wise. So, like I said, CM Punk qualified. He is now in the match in the Elimination Chamber in Toronto with John Cena and CM Punk. Now, who's going to fill the rest out, though? I don't know yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if Seth is one of those players. They said Roman's out indefinitely. But I feel like Roman might come back anyway. So it's possibility it's going to be Roman in there as well. It's going to be like an all-star thing. Possibly LA Knight, maybe Logan Paul. But we're going to see what happens. But this is probably set to have John Cena win. But leaves the question then, what will Punk do? Now, as we all saw at the Rumble, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns both got eliminated by Punk, then Punk got eliminated right after by Logan Paul. Please don't do Logan Paul versus CM Punk. For the love of God, don't do that. We don't need it. But there's still that favor. What's the favor? I could have sworn he was going to cash it in at the Rumble. So a lot of people. We'll have to leave this one for now, but we'll leave it for now. We'll find out. But obviously, Seth Rollins came out on Raw to kind of pep talk Sami Zayn. But before that, though, he talked about how he took out Roman Reigns. We're probably getting Seth versus Roman at Mania. I'm not upset by that. I'm pretty good with it, actually. To me, it's like probably the best case scenario. Finish the story that started in 2014. Finish it. Get it done. Don't care who wins. But it looks like we're going to get a heel Seth Rollins for this because there's no way you turn Roman heel on this one. Ain't no way. Seth's going to be the heel, which is fine. Which means Roman's probably going to win. But Roman and Seth's story needs to end at some point. It's been going on for 11 years now. And it needs to end. Very long story. Lots of stuff here and there. You can do the whole Shield stuff again. Talked about the Shield, which obviously is being like a dead, beaten to a dead horse. But hey, at least we're gonna get Seth versus Roman 1-on-1, and not like that debacle we got years ago. The Rumble. Although it was really cool that Seth came out to the Shield music, but we can still have the whole thing there too. Looking forward to it. NXT the other night, though, too, we saw a few things, guys. We saw Stephanie Vakir. God, I love her. Stephanie Vakir time, folks. Definitely my favorite person. Definitely. She ended up being JC Jane. I think JC Jane gave us a few really good kicks, though. Right? She had winning with that SV, she calls, right? And where she lifts her up and puts her on her knees. Yeah, backbreaker kind of thing. Really cool. We also ended up getting, like I said, the confrontation between Julia, Bayley, and Roxanne Perez, who obviously did a one was in the Rumble the longest for the women. Like I said, Charlotte came out. She teased the fact she might go after Julia. It's not happening. Said already. Because that's all happening at Vengeance Day in 2 weeks from now. Next Saturday. But I want to talk about too the Zarya character. With a really cool women's F5. Now, it looks to me like they're going to turn her heel. They have a tag team right now with Sol Roca, who's just, she's a hippie. She's a surfing hippie. Cute as hell. Really cool finisher. Right? But I want to know what they're doing more with her. I want to see more of this Zarya character. She's a nice Australian girl. Right? Big on the independents in Australia. Got signed by WWE. I want to see what goes more with her. I'm intrigued by this woman. Got a little bit of conversation with Lash Legend tonight on NXT. How she kind of ripped on her for not winning and not bringing the NXT titles back. Which Lash replied, "Well, you were just on the couch." She's not wrong. She's on the couch. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of Zarya there, because I kind of like the girl. I want to see what goes more with her. I love that F5 she does. It's fantastic. And they need more of a powerhouse, I feel, in my mind, in the NXT Women division. But anyway, folks, that's pretty much it for the news-wise, too. Oh, one more thing. Let's talk Drew McIntyre. Now, the whole thing with Drew McIntyre is that he's been really upset over the spot that happened at WrestleMania. Now, according to reports, Drew McIntyre was supposed to be eliminated by Priest, which he did, but it was supposed to happen before Logan Paul came out. Like, right after LA Knight. I guess he kind of felt that LA Knight took a little bit of liberties there. Very, very unprofessional, I guess. Look, it's the Rumble. He wasn't going to win anything. Everyone knows it. Nothing wrong with what happened. Priest still eliminated Drew. Right? So Priest, apparently the feud going forward for a little bit now will be Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Obviously, they've both been moved to SmackDown. So that's probably going to be what's going to see there. But let me tell you guys that too. Is Drew wrong for getting pissed about this whole thing? Seriously. I don't see why not. I don't see why he has any reason to be pissed off about anything. He's Drew McIntyre. He's Scottish. Lots of things going on. Anyway, guys, that's it for the news from here on DA Wrestling. And events that happen on NXT as well as Raw. Right? Make sure you like, share, subscribe down below, guys. Hit up a good one. Check out these videos coming up here. One of these. Might like it. Give it a shot. Have a good night, everybody. Take it easy.